with you today to completely show you guys start to finish how to install railings all by yourself. Here's all the parts that are needed. Now, if you want to know exactly what is needed, where to buy it, and the tools necessary for the job, we tag absolutely everything over on our YouTube account. We tag tools, products, everything used in every single video. So follow us over there if you'd like to see more of that. Now back to the matter at hand. We did the front steps here, and now we're going to be putting new rails absolutely everywhere to match everything, because we weren't going to be able to match for the steps, so we're going to do all entirely new, tie it all together and make it look brandy new. First things first, we have to mark out where we're putting our posts at the bottom. They wanted they wanted PVC rails absolutely everywhere. When we do aluminum rails, we sub it out to L&L Railings. We've been doing our rails for years. When we have to do PVC, we do it ourselves. Now here you'll see we have our posts we have to anchor down inside of the aluminum rails. This is where they get their strength. We're putting these in 3 different places. Actually, it's going to be a 4th place as well. We drill. We use a 1/4-inch drill bit. Make sure we go down at least 3.5 inches deep. But we line them up so it's plumb level and square. So it's the same distance off the limestone all the way around so it looks perfectly uniform. Then we use our masonry bolts that fasten down 3.5 inches. And we use our washer on there. We put that little wedge in, make it plumb, because these limestone have pitch running away from the home to run water. So we put that on so we can make it perfectly plumb. As I'm showing you here with the level, you plumb it every single way. Then when you get one done, you put the base and the top cap on. Then you plumb it to each other. In this other instance, we'll be plumbing to the existing column going up. You want everything plumb level and square so it looks absolutely perfect. Now it's time to measure and run our rails in between. This is a veranda rail system. It can be purchased at the Home Depot. You got to purchase the rails, and you have to purchase the rail brackets separately. You got to post the posts separately, the post brackets separately, all of it separately. Anyway, when you get your measurement, here in this case, it's going to be 47.25 in between each one. I want to make sure that I am the same space between all the holes and the beginning and the end. So I can't just cut off one side. I got to cut a little bit off of each side so that I get my perfect 47.25. And so that I have the perfect same distance from the beginning of the rail to the end of the rail. Then I put my 3-inch piece, which is going to be my support. It supports the railing and it makes sure I'm 3 inches off. Rails can be anywhere from 36 to 42 inches in height based on your code. These particular rails are going to be 37 inches in height, matching the old existing heights, and it's what's comfortable for the homeowner. Once we get the bottom cut, we cut the top to the same. We put all the balusters in one by one, and then we fasten into our post brackets that mount it into both directions. Now, we couldn't do this in just one rail in this particular instance because it was 8 foot 2 inches, and I couldn't get a rail that big. So what I did is I put a post in the middle, and I went 2 4-footers side by side. Now that I have all of my rails on, it's time to turn my attention to the stair rails. Same principle. I got to find my angle that I have to cut it to. I put it side by side and I mark it. I rest it on the middle limestone, as you don't want too big of a gap. A ball can't fit underneath there. I find what my angle is. Here it's an even 27.5 degrees. Then I put on my brackets to mount them side by side, and then I put them in. I did the same thing when I cut. I measured so that it's the same distance from the start to the finish, and then I have to put my balusters in. Now here, I cut my balusters top and bottom to the same 27.5 degrees. So it has the angle going up, and I can just mount my top bracket to it. I'm showing you here how I cut one way and one in the opposite direction, both 27.5 degrees. And then I put my top bracket on. Once I get my top bracket on, I have to make sure it is the same distance top and bottom. So I move it back. I have to cut it so that I am 3.5 inches off of both posts. Actually 3 inches, excuse me. I line it up, I put my brackets on after I make my cut, and I fasten it home. Then I go back and I silicone glue the caps back on the top, and I put them in place so that everything is completely fastened, secured, and tight. Now I do the same thing on the other rail. I take a step back, and we'll be able to see the completed finished look. It really classes up the porch when you go with the new rails. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody.